Welcome to the Serious Sarcasm Podcast. My name is Jay DeRozier. Everything you hear is purely my opinion and absolutely not gospel truth. If you do find yourself getting a little bit too worked up over what I say, feel free to take your opinion and, well, you know where. Now that we got that straightened out, sit back, relax, and you might want to get yourself some popcorn because it's going to be a long one. Enjoy the show, y'all. Yo, it's your boy Jay DeRozier. Welcome to another episode of the Serious Sarcasm Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you the voice in the sky, the voice of God, none other than the podcast Dr. Phil.
Hello.
Phil, how you feeling today?
Another great day, man. Happy to be here.
You know, another day, another nickel, the way they be taxing us, you know what I'm saying? You know, we trying to make it out here, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? A little something, you know what I mean?
A little something.
But ladies and gentlemen, y'all remember a couple of episodes ago I told you guys we're going to start having guests on the show?
Ooh.
We're going to start having like special guests to come in, kind of pod with me, co-host with me, getting into the serious / sarcastic lifestyle that we're doing here.
I did.
Remember that? Have I been one to steer you wrong?
Nope.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you guys the first guest ever of the Serious Sarcasm Podcast. Technically second if you count Phil. But the first guest ever to sit on the couch. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce music artist, content creator, what can I say? Light-skinned assassin, one of People's Magazine, soon to be 50th, I guess, good-looking man on earth. My right-hand man, my brother from another mother, my best friend, none other than Mr. Trey, ladies and gentlemen, Trey, my nigga.
It's popping. Was goody.
Hey, for those who may not know Trey, me and Trey been friends for a couple of years now. Trey is honorary godfather to my son, more or less. Some of my fuck-ups in life recently, I should say in the past couple of years, Trey has kind of steered me wrong. Trey's one of those people who's been with me even when I had cancer. You know, he kind of kept me on the right path and kept me positive. So this is my man's right here. This is my man's. This is my man's.
Show
10 toes down. You know, 10 toes. All the toes, unfortunately, unlike Dion. Anyways.
Or me.
Or Phil. Sorry, I should probably just say Phil instead of Deion Sanders. But now, y'all, the reason why I brung the reason I brung Trey on. See, Phil, now you got me thinking of missing toes and shit. The reason why I brung Trey on is because if I'm going to have the first guest ever in the Serious Sarcasm Podcast, why would not be my best friend?
That's what I'm saying.
It's going to be some good content.
That's what I'm saying.
Trey, talk to the people.
What's goody? I think Jay said a lot of it. I make music, I act, content create, shoot photos, and just trying to entertain people and make good art for everybody. That's pretty much what I'm on.
I also forgot one more tagline for Trey. Retired Hinge professional.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I've retired. I've retired. I can't get back on.
Retired Hinge
I'm
professional.
Tired, bro. I'm
we gonna get into Hinge in a second,
Sure.
in a couple of seconds.
Right.
But I do want to start off with the first topic. You know who Hitmaka is, right?
Hitmaka.
Yep, Hitmaka, aka Young Berg. Hitmaka made a comment saying that the Drake and Kendrick beef fucked up the rap game. Now, I've been very adamant on this show with my opinions of rap and my opinions of the music industry.
Yeah.
I feel like what's fucking up the rap game is no one being original. And what I mean by original, just reusing hit 90s beats and just making them into now 2024 hit songs.
That's a lot what Hitmaka does with his beats. But I would say that's not the real issue.
And that's the sarcasm. Sorry, go ahead.
That's not really from. I really think what it is my issues with white boys in hip hop.
Like who?
What's that kid's
If you
name?
say Post Malone, I'm cool with that.
Not Post Malone, but he's an issue too. There's this kid on TikTok who blew up, and I can't think of
Connor.
Connor.
Oh,
Price.
yeah. Okay.
He did a video where he's sitting at a table with like his whole family, white family, and he's rapping like he's an Atlanta artist. And there's people saying like, this is hot. I'm like, bro, there's people who are dying on what they're talking about in trap music right now, and that's for real. And why my issue with white folks when it comes to hip hop is that they repeat and regurgitate what they see black people do.
Yeah.
But they don't gotta live that life and go back to that, one. And two, when they get the fame that they want, they don't ever shout back out to black people for the art. And then they switch and then go to a different direction, country, every single time. Or pop. Justin Timberlake did the same thing. He did R&B. He went to some Nation of the Woods.
Except for Eminem.
Except for Eminem.
I think Eminem is the only one that came in hip hop, stayed hip hop.
He stayed hip hop. He was a little pop though.
That's because of who he is, though.
That's true. Hip hop is what Eminem is, and it's what he came from. Like, it's genuinely what he came from.
Right.
And even though a lot of people were kind of like, yo, what's this white boy doing here when Eminem first came out?
Right.
But it wasn't like, oh, what's this white boy doing here on some Vanilla Ice shit. It was like, what this white boy doing here? Because it's like, yo, what the fuck? Who the fuck is this nigga?
Exactly.
I think Eminem and maybe the Beastie Boys back in the 80s, right? Are probably the only two white acts that
Yellow Wolf is cool too.
Oh, you're right. Yellow Wolf too.
Yellow Wolf is cool too. I'm saying there's some legitimate white boys that.
But the vast majority of them just.
What's happening now is, man, I was going to work today, not today, another day, and I was driving, and I was getting ready to take a left, and there was a car pulled up next to me, and this white boy banging some South Florida trap artist. Okay. I'm like, yo, what is going on? Like, this ain't. You don't. Let me say this. I'm from the suburbs. I don't live that life. But I don't try to portray it, act it, or any of that type of stuff.
Right.
But you see, these white boys are really trying to act like that they don't come from good homes and trying to act out in these cars banging this stuff. And you don't live nowhere near that life.
They don't. I mean,
I have a more chance of. I live in the suburbs, but I still had a chance to get stopped by the cops just like a regular black person from the hood. My situation don't change me from being a black man. I can still sympathize and empathize from a person from the hood because at the end of the day, I'm black, you're black. But as a white boy, you talking about fuck nine, fuck this, fuck that, and these rap songs. But ain't no cop stopping you doing that shit.
Who's that white boy that blew up back on the day and on World Side Hip Hop? It was like Trap Jesus.
Trap Jesus. But I fuck with Trap Jesus. That shit was fire.
But remember how quick he got pressed? He was like, yo, I'm really not about that shit. I just rap that shit, blah, blah, blah. That type of shit leaves a slippery slope.
Yes.
Because we've seen shit, whether it be Young Thug getting locked up, whether the gunfights with some rappers or the alleged gunfights with some other rappers. We all remember what happened with Game and 50 Cent back in the day with Hot 97 turned into Shot 97. Like, I think when you come into the rap game, even if you're not white, like kind of what you were speaking on, and I'm a harp on it too as well. If you're not from that specific brand of hip hop or rap, I should say, you probably shouldn't be the one trying to portray it.
Exactly.
And a lot of these white boys, not even just white boys, a lot of Hispanic kids too, bro.
Facts.
They be trying to portray it. Like, I obviously you know my background. I came from the hood, born and raised in the projects, grew up on North Strand Ave in Brooklyn. Like, everyone knows my history. Before my family got some money, we moved down to Florida and moved to Orlando. When I moved into a middle class neighborhood, I was kind of like, damn, bro, I don't have to keep walking, turning my head to make sure nobody's running up on behind me. Like, and then going to high school here in Orlando and seeing, I'm not gonna say all of Orlando's not the hood, y'all. Obviously we know Orlando has its bad spots, just like any other city. But the part of Orlando I was growing up in, like, seeing dudes in my high school acting like they the realest nigga alive, I'm like, bro, you grew up in a fucking gated community. Stop it.
Yeah. Real niggas respect niggas real niggas respect suburban niggas who don't try to act like.
Yeah.
Like, I used to go to the hood to smoke weed, but that was it.
Yeah.
Just to cook it with my boys and smoke weed, and I left. I didn't go try to act like I'm about to go down the block and fire on somebody. That's not me.
You want to know something too?
What's up, Phil?
So I think I got two perspectives in that, right? I think for one, hip hop genre has morphed into drug use, and white kids do the drug use.
This is true.
Also, the white kids are the ones buying the music, so that's why the record labels are catering to more of those audiences, because that's who's actually buying the music.
But it's not just the music anymore. Like, the white kids are the ones buying the merch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
Like,
they're promoting it because that's who their audience is now.
Like, I'm wearing a Travis Scott t-shirt right now. I guarantee there's probably 50 million other white kids with the same t-shirt.
Yeah.
The same Travis Scott t-shirt I'm wearing right now.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be a reoccurring issue. And I don't think Hitmaka is off base in his comment. I do think it's aimed at the wrong entities with Drake and Kendrick. I get what he's trying to say, like, oh, Drake and Kendrick fucked up the rap game because Drake and Kendrick basically, let's be real. When Drake and Kendrick was going at it for that month or whatever, every day we woke up thinking like, oh, did Kendrick drop yet? Did Drake drop yet? Did Kendrick drop yet? And put the whole, if you be real, besides, I think the only person that dropped music in that time frame was Taylor Swift dropped an album.
Yeah.
Besides Taylor Swift dropping an album, no one dropped any music. Literally nobody dropped any music.
Yeah.
And
So I
then,
was waiting.
and then when Kendrick dropped Euphoria, the only other song that came out in that time frame besides Drake's diss tracks was that Tommy Richmond song, $1 Million Baby.
Mm-hmm.
So in a matter of a month and a half, only an album from a major artist came out, and then a hit song with $1 Million Baby came out. Other than that, it was just diss track Drake, diss track Kendrick, diss track what's the nigga's name? Rick Ross. Like it was just that. That was the.
Yeah.
So I get what he means. Like, yo, it fucked up the rap game, as in it paused the rap game. It paused music and hip hop. But my nigga, that's not what's fucking up the rap
That's
game.
a good pause though.
Yeah.
Because my issue is we're getting ready to lose a Drake, a Kendrick, Big Sean, Wale,
J. Cole.
J. Cole. We're getting ready to lose lyricists. We haven't restocked on new lyricists
No.
to give us the music to push it forward. The issue is we don't have that. And people aren't looking for that anymore. They're looking for a 2 minute.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They're looking for a 2.5 minute song, 2 and 15 minutes, 2 minutes, 15 seconds. I hit real quick to vibe and go.
Like, and let's be real. Like, if you look at the music industry, like all the music is fucked up.
R&B is going up.
I'm so happy you brought the 2 minute to 2.5 minute songs. Like, even in R&B, people don't even do bridges anymore.
No, they don't.
People don't do bridges in songs. Like, Phil, you remember back in the day, you listened to a hit R&B song, the first 2 verses were fire, then that third bridge, that bridge comes in for that last hook, and then they hitting the high notes.
Yeah.
You don't get those no more, bro.
No, but R&B artists are starting to be more lyricist than hip hop artists are.
That's true.
I can listen to
Because SZA be spitting bars.
they are spitting in these R&B
Yep.
tracks.
SZA
more
be
than
spitting
these hip-hop
bars.
artists.
And Ray, what's Shorty's name? I can't remember her name, bro. Light skin short. She got tattoos. Kaylani.
Yeah.
Kaylani.
Mariah the Scientist.
Mariah the Scientist. Kiana Lede. Like Lede or Lede. I can't pronounce her last name. But Kiki, however you want to address yourself. Summer Walker, like they spitting
they
bars,
spitting
even though
bars
they're
in the track.
singing, bro.
And at the same time.
And I think that's piss poor on the hip hop side, because I'm sorry, just because you got a good 808s on a song, and I'm gonna order bottles to it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm gonna order bottles to it. Man, I'm
gonna be hyped to it.
you know me, I'm gonna pour some shots
Yeah.
for everybody. But that doesn't necessarily mean you got a good song, bro. And I think
Yeah.
that's the issue.
Yeah.
But Hitmaker, you're not far off base, but it's just the fact I feel like your frustration is directed to the wrong 2 people.
Yeah.
And we can't wait for
But I want to work with Hitmaker, so hit me up.
What was his song when he was Young Berg? What was his hip song?
Sexy Lady. That shit was fire. That and what was the shit with the shorty singing on it? The Business.
Yeah.
But speaking of the
with
business, I feel and remember we started talking about merch, Phil?
Mm-hmm.
Like, rappers got mad merch.
Right.
And I feel like that's selling well. Do you think this merch is gonna sell well for Halloween, Drake, Trey? The BBL Drizzy costume.
Is that you?
Oh shit! Hey yo,
That's crazy.
That's you, right?
That's bananas. See, it's always a light skin jokes when it comes to Drake and
you're damn skippy.
I'm
that's
being
crazy.
serious. That's not you. You didn't joke. You didn't do that.
No, man.
Oh.
No, I didn't do that. That's crazy. That's wild.
I really
man.
want to have a conversation with the nigga that actually did this photo shoot. Because how did you
That's Fashion Nova.
Yeah.
Fashion Over Sheen that's selling that costume? Yeah,
No, I seen that dude model on Fashion Nova before.
yeah, it's Fashion Over Sheen that's selling that costume.
That's ridiculous.
It's Fashion Over.
The worst part is the hoodie says Poppy, like champagne Poppy.
You can get me to do that for no money.
But my thing is, yo, and remember we had this conversation on the phone. This shit like this is the reason why I'm over the Drake and Kendrick beef. Like shit like this is the reason why I'm over it.
Because they're doing
too much now.
absurd things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I can't wait for Kendrick to perform at the Super Bowl so we could finally just finish burying the grave.
But that's not going.
No, not burying the grave as in Drake's grave. I mean burying the grave as in the beef. I'm done.
Hopefully he doesn't perform the song. So
He'll do the hook.
He has to.
He'll do, dun-dun-dun-dun.
Where's
He not gonna be the Super Bowl stage saying freaky ass nigga. He a 69 God. He's not gonna do that shit.
They're in New Orleans, right, for the Super Bowl?
yeah.
Okay.
But he's not gonna do the freaky ass nigga. I'll say this though. Hey yo, Drake. If you watch that Super Bowl and that nigga mentions your name, you better have your finger next to the upload button for a diss track. I swear to God. If Drake dropped a diss track as soon as Kendrick came on stage, That would break the internet, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think Drake. I think if he does not like us, and he says Drake's name, and he actually raps a verse,
Yeah,
Drake has to respond with the track.
I agree.
And then Drake,
I agree.
and it has to be a very disrespectful track. And then when the FIFA World Cup comes to Canada, I'm performing that in front of the world.
That'd be hilarious.
I'll do that.
That'd be hilarious. You know what else is hilarious?
What?
Remember we grew up on like those good 90s sitcoms?
Yeah.
I wanted to have a conversation with you because you and I have like a different viewpoint on a lot of like media.
Okay.
What is your top 5 black sitcoms of all time?
Top 5.
There's only 5.
No, there isn't. There's plenty.
I'm kidding.
I don't got a top 5 because that's a lot to think about. But I'll give you my number 1.
You're gonna say Martin or Fresh Prince?
Martin is my number 1.
Okay, I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad
Fresh
at that.
Prince used to be my number 1, but then I got older and rewatched Martin. And as an adult,
Yeah,
Martin is way different as an adult than when you're a kid watching
this is true.
Martin.
I'm gonna be real with you. Like, in my top 5 personally, I used to have the Steve Harvey Show.
Steve Harvey Show was good.
But now that I got older and I started watching Hanging with Mr. Cooper because I was too young when Hanging with Mr. Cooper was out.
Mhm.
When I went back and watched it, I was like, damn, Cat Williams was right. That nigga stole the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Cat Williams was 100% right, by the way. That nigga stole the whole show. But like, I
Bill Cosby's up there too, and I know people don't.
I fucking love the
I know,
Cosby Show.
but the Cosby Show was great.
The Cosby Show from beginning to end is amazing.
Yeah.
From beginning to even when Raven came on on the later episodes, and then the Cosby Show transitioned into another great black show with Different World. Those are great black sitcoms.
Yes.
Damn, Fresh Prince, like we mentioned earlier. What about Rock? Phil, you know about Rock, right?
Yeah, man.
Rock was fire.
Yeah, but come on, how do you remember that show?
My brothers and sisters were born in the 80s and 70s.
Okay, I'm about to say because I'm gonna say
I don't know.
I was young when that came out, and I'm like 8 years older than you.
No, but my brothers and sisters were born in the 80s and 70s. So like that, I remember.
They all use the same set.
Oh, yeah, they did. That's which is crazy. They all use the same set, which is crazy though. Yo, you know, I was just thinking too, Phil. I remember being younger, and then you remember that Nelly song "Batter Up," right?
Yeah.
And I remember people being hyped over that sample, and I never knew what the sample was till I got a little older, and I finally watched the Jeffersons. I'm like, the Jeffersons was a great fucking show for the time frame.
Yeah.
What you think? Am I tripping?
No, you're not tripping. I mean, there's another show too. and I
Good
can't-
times. Rest in peace, John Amos.
Yeah, but it's what's the one with the nerd with the glasses?
Oh, Family Matters,
Family
right?
Matters.
That's Family Matters, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Urkel.
Urkel. Yeah. That's a good show.
Yes.
That's a good show. Hey, Urkel fumbled the bag crazy.
He did.
He fumbled the bag crazy.
Would you consider? Wait, before you get?
I'm taking Myra over Laura any second of the day. Come on, Phil. You
Oh
with me?
yes.
Phil, you with me?
Yeah, 100%.
I'm taking Myra over Laura
yeah.
any second of the day.
She actually wanted him.
Yeah.
Yes.
That goes to a whole deeper conversation about actually picking somebody that actually likes you.
Oh, we're going to get into that in a second.
But Sister, do we count that as a black sitcom?
It's a black sitcom. 2 black moms and 2 black kids, yes.
Okay.
I mean, a black mom, black dad, and black
I don't know.
kids.
It's on Disney or
And then-
ABC at the time. So I
And
don't
then
know.
Marcus Houston is black as well, so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
black
yeah,
sitcom. It's a
yeah,
black
yeah,
sitcom.
yeah.
Wait, if that's the case, That's So Raven's a black sitcom.
It is. Smart guy.
It's a black sitcom, for sure.
Yeah. There's a lot of good ones.
I'm trying to think of some other ones I can't think of. Phil, you could think of any?
Nah, you named them all, really.
I don't think we named all of them, do we?
I mean, living single. Y'all ain't talking
Living
about
single.
Living single.
But like,
Does Girlfriends count?
yeah.
Yeah.
Girlfriends
Girlfriends
does count.
count.
What was that shit with Kyla
Monique
Pratt?
counts.
Monique. Oh, yeah. The Parkers, right?
Yeah.
Fire. Moesha.
Moesha.
Fire.
That's what I meant.
Moesha wasn't.
Moesha. Mo to the
Nah.
E to
The
the.
song was better. But the song was good.
No, this is when Moesha fell off the rails. When they had the episode when Ray J was actually her real brother in the show, instead of just her cousin, Dorian, whatever his name was. Bro, that ruined the whole fucking show. Because they had a black dad that was a stand-up guy, worked hard for his family, and then they were like, hey, he had a love child when you were like 2 years old, and it's your cousin that we keep lying that's not your cousin, but it's your little brother. Nigga, really? Ruined the whole show.
That's real life though.
What's the term? Jumping the shark? Yeah, that's what that show did.
My Wife and Kids, and that's top 5 for me.
I didn't think of that. My Wife and Kids is fire.
Yeah, because it was. I think people don't mention it because it wasn't a '90s show.
Oh yeah, because that was
sure.
early 2000s.
Yeah, 2000.
Yeah, because he had, because Jordan was on the Wizards in that show, and then LeBron was a rookie in that show.
Yeah.
Damn, that show's old, bro.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm trying to think of another show.
That is past the 90s. That is
But
03.
you said Moesha and the Parkers. Wasn't there another show on at the same time? What's that?
You said girlfriends already. So
Yeah,
Girlfriends.
that's all
that was UPN at the time.
What was the Kyla Pratt show?
There's a Bernie Mac
I know
show,
Kyla
that was
Pratt had a
early.
show.
The Bernie Mac show was.
Oh yeah, Bernie Mac
Oh,
too.
it was
Lucas.
Kyla Pratt and
Oh yeah,
The nigga who played Michael Jackson. That shit was terrible.
Flex.
Flex, yes.
That was a great show too.
1-on-1.
One-on-one.
Yes, bro. That show was fire. I thought that show was dope.
Yeah,
I thought that show was stupid.
I thought the show was dope. I mean, Flex just keep trying to try out for a basketball team. I thought, like, my nigga, there's no way hell he living in New York with that law trying to try out for a basketball team.
Can't afford it.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, man. You working hard for your money, man. Like, what would you do if your son was at home crying out alone on the bedroom floor because he's hungry? Yeah. But I'm glad we got the chance to laugh because I'm gonna kill the laughter for a second. Because this is a serious conversation I want to have with Phil and Trey. As you guys may not know or may know, the ID channel is releasing, or they announced that they're releasing a new documentary on Chris Brown.
okay, yeah.
So this documentary is basically the ID's channel's version, more or less, of Surviving R. Kelly, but it's directed towards Chris Brown.
That's insane.
And it's basically about Chris Brown's history with abuse, his accusations, and they say they have an anonymous accuser who's gonna be, I guess, revealing abuse they suffer from Chris Brown on this documentary.
Is it motherfucking Jaguar, right?
That caught me off guard. That was a good one.
Phil's
That was a good one.
Yeah, he is.
But no, well, if it's Jaguar, I wouldn't be surprised. But nah, my question to y'all too, like, and I've spoken about Chris Brown before on the show.
Yeah.
Do y'all feel like, I know Chris Brown has done wrong, and I know he's trying to make amends with his ways, and his career, I think his career has not really faltered that much since all his incidents. But do you feel like they're still punishing him from Rihanna?
I think that. Okay, I'll say this about Chris.
Mind you, it's about
He's fucked up a couple times, right?
His thing, mind you, it's about to be like 15, 16 years since Rihanna situation
Yeah,
happened.
he's fucked up a couple times, but I think a lot of what people are talking about are accusations.
Right.
Because if he was in trouble, he during that whole time when they were putting out accusations, he was like, if he had fucked up, he's going to jail.
Yeah.
If it was that real, his ass would have been in jail.
I remember when he violated his probation, he went to jail, came out, and then he had performed at the BET Awards or some shit.
Yeah, when he performed with August Alsina and Trey Songz.
Yeah, like he had just came out of jail like 2 days before or some shit.
So what I'm saying is like, if it was that real, he'd be back in jail.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing is this, right? I see a lot of people who get in the comment sections of Chris Brown's posts and talk about, I'll never forgive you. This is it. But y'all are the same people. Some of you are the same people that will go vote for Donald Trump, who is a racist, who is
A rapist.
rapist, and all that stuff. But you pick and choose who your morality is for.
Right.
So there's a lot of people in the comment sections who are like, I don't fuck with Chris Brown because but you go fuck with someone else who's done the same shit or worse.
Or go to a Catholic church.
Yeah. Facts.
That's crazy.
Just saying.
You get the people who would shit on Chris Brown, be like, I won't forgive you, but then free Tory Lanez when he shot Meg Thee Stallion in the fucking foot.
Exactly.
Like, we could point out the hypocrisies all the time.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
What's your moral code?
I think it's a cash grab, honestly, because just like you said, Jay, it's been 15, 16 years since this, and they're just capitalizing on the other issues.
like the last incident I heard about Chris Brown and a woman was when Karrueche, I think she had a restraining order on him, and that was a while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean that was like back in like 2014.
And don't get me wrong. Listen, I want people to understand this. We're not apologizing for his actual behavior. What we're saying is, if you have actual allegations, go to the fucking police. Stop trying to make a cash grab. I think shit like this, it waters down when people actually do get abused, get sexually assaulted, all these other things, and it waters down and it fucks up for the next actual victim.
Exactly.
Because you're doing shit like this. Sorry, like the ID channel is doing. Now,
They need content, bro.
I get they need content. It's the ID channel. Who the fuck watches the ID channel, my nigga?
But if you're gonna be anonymous, that's what I don't fuck with.
Yeah.
Don't be anonymous. Go to the cops and say that shit and get him locked up.
Yeah.
Don't try to get on the show and be like in a deep voice so they can't hear your voice. What's going on? That to me is shady, and I don't like that.
Yeah, it's anonymous because it's not true.
Yeah.
Just like Jaguar got 8 victims for Jay-Z and Beyonce.
That's
Nigga,
crazy.
go to the police, my nigga.
And also, if we're going to look at, and again, I'm not a Chris Brown apologist or caper, but when the Rihanna situation, when he got up and explained his side, Because he kept quiet during the whole entire time.
Yeah, he was quiet.
He was quiet, never said nothing.
He always took, and
he always let her be the victim.
It's not even that. He always took responsibility.
Yes. When people do abusive stuff, they keep quiet and they try to hide things.
And they try to manipulate
the
shit.
same night, he took his ass to the jail himself. So there was already accountability for the action that he already realized he fucked up and he was wrong.
Yeah.
So usually what happens is when you're dealing with people like Diddy, Bill Cosby, all these other people, they trying to hide things, put it on the rug, act like they never did nothing. He was like, I fucked up. I'm going to go put myself in jail. Even though she did this bullshit, I'm going to take responsibility. And he did that shit as a young man. So
yeah, he was like 18, 19?
He was 19.
Shit.
So at the end of the day, it was some bullshit. He shouldn't have put his hands on her. But he owned up to it.
I agree.
And and I don't think people look at that. They don't look at that.
They don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care. That's always going to be Chris Brown's story. Like just like Michael Vick with the dogs, that's always going to be Michael Vick's story.
Yeah.
Just like
he should be the number one artist of all time.
I would disagree.
Chris Brown?
I would disagree.
He was on the trajectory to be the biggest artist of all time.
Oh yeah, he was.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought you say he is right now.
No. No, I'm saying he was on trajectory to be like the biggest pop artist of all time.
Let me be honest with you. I don't feel like Chris Brown's celebrity or his career ever faltered really. Besides like the 1 or 2 years with that Graffiti album before he dropped.
Yeah.
He dropped Fame right after Graffiti, right?
He dropped Fame
because it was like Look at Me Now and on that.
Yeah, he dropped a couple mixtapes between Graffiti and Fame.
So that's my thing. I don't think his career ever faltered besides that because you really look at it, this motherfucker just sold out the freaking soccer stadium in South Africa.
Yeah,
which is crazy, bro.
Yeah,
I don't think his celebrity's ever faltered. The only thing that's faltered is him winning awards. I think that's the only thing that's actually that and probably brand deals.
Yeah,
that's the only two things I think that's faltered.
He lost money. He lost some money.
Yeah, he lost money on that. Other than that, like we as a community, as Black people, we love that man. And one thing I love about Chris Brown, before I go to the next topic, is I've seen a lot of times where people, especially in the Black community, for example, New York Mayor Eric Adams, right? And Phil, you could correct me on this if you think I'm wrong. But anytime a Black celebrity does something wrong, right? They all of a sudden always find the Black church to try to justify or try to rally around him to make it seem like they're a normal person. I never see Chris Brown do that. I feel like that's the plan one-on-one for every Black celebrity that gets caught up on some fuck shit. Diddy got caught on some fuck shit. Who's the first person that came out backing him up? TD Jakes.
Yeah, because he's been inside him.
Oh my gosh.
Have you ever been swallowed?
Trey, you can't laugh at that.
I'm sorry, that's funny.
You can't laugh at that.
Have you ever been swallowed?
He see, that's why I say he can't laugh at that. I knew he was gonna do that shit.
That's crazy.
Phil, you see what you started?
That's crazy.
You see what you started?
I mean, am I wrong? I mean, what? Come on.
Have you ever been swallowed?
So, man, let's talk about the last topic before we get out of here and get the bro what you want going. Yo, this is something that Phil, you weren't privy to this conversation, but it's something that me and Trey have spoken about on my previous podcast, Purgatory Podcast, a couple years ago. We spoke about dating preferences versus dating fetishes before. And the reason I bring this up, y'all, I'm back on Hinge, right?
What is Hinge? That's a dating app?
It's a dating app.
Oh.
So I'm back on Hinge, and you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing some girls, and they got preferences. Like some girls don't want a nigga that's shorter than 6'2", which is cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm 6 foot tall. I'll take the L. You know what I'm saying? Some girls don't want to date a man with a kid. I get that. It's cool. That's a preference. You know what I'm saying? But then you'll see some girls, and this is one of the reasons why I started like filtering my dating preferences on Hinge, like by race and all that stuff. Some girls will just put, don't swipe right if you ain't a black chocolate man. I feel like that's a fetish.
Yeah.
That's just me?
Nope.
Like what you consider that a fetish or a preference?
Depends on the race, to be honest with you.
The white girl.
Yeah, that's a fetish.
Thank you. I think
most black women like dark skinned men who had got the waves and the beard and everything. If you ask a black woman who they pick most likely a dark skinned nigga with.
Well, and I appreciate that. Shout out to the sisters. But I think the issue is now we're in a weird space, especially with white women, where it's become fetishized because they're just like, oh, I want the light skinned baby. Listen, lady, there's enough Jadens, Bradens, Aidens, and Cadens in the fucking world, my nigga. I'm good off that, my nigga. Like it's enough. We get it. We get it. You want a light skinned football linebacker to show off to your mom and dad. I get it. But we're over it. Let's stop that shit.
Yeah. You know, you're right. I mean, you ain't lying. I mean, I've had when I was dating.
Say her name, kick her back in. Say her name, kick her back in.
When I've dated different like Latino women,
Okay.
who are more on the lighter side, they be calling me chocolate, and I'd be like, huh?
You darker than me? No.
Yeah. They be calling me. You might like. I had a neighbor one time who had told one of the ladies at my old apartment complex that I was her Hershey's Kiss, and I was like,
Hey, yo.
what? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, chocolate. What are we talking about right now? Like, I'm the lightest thing ever. And I think that a lot of people from different races will look at us and be like, okay, if he's black,
Yeah.
know what he got, know what he doing, know what he packing,
Yeah.
more masculine, all this other stuff. And they don't really think about the meat and potatoes of dating a black person for real.
They don't. I mean, but I feel like a lot of things is like, for example, what's another dating preference of yours?
I would say, dang. I mean, I'm a big person who's like into like the gym and fitness, so I would prefer a girl who's in the gym. But I don't have a body preference based on. As long as you go to the gym, I'm fine.
You know my body preference.
Yeah, you like that fupa.
Yeah, girl. Yo, bring the foops over here. Let me rub on that foops one time, baby girl. Listen.
He like that fupa for real.
Yo, chill. Yo, let me land. Yo, stop. Let me land. Listen, baby girl. I like the foops, all right? Yo, Phil, can you put me some romantic music real quick?
I don't have any.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I have some psychic music, but it'll get blocked.
Nah, you know what I'm gonna do? Wait, I already know Phil's gonna clip this up while I'm talking. I'm gonna put the Careless Whisper instrumental in the background. So, yo, ladies, listen. My dating preference, I don't give a damn if it's the cellulite. I don't give a damn if it's the neck rose or the back rose. You got the fupa, I'm gonna do it to you. Real talk. All right. Bring that foops over to daddy. All right. Bring that foops to daddy. All right. So,
That's
no,
a
but I
fetish.
like cellulite too.
Well, hold on. That's a fetish, though.
really the fupa?
That's a fetish. Yeah.
Well, the reason I'm used to the fupa and I kind of like it is because I'm usually dating single moms.
No, see, that's not a preference. That's a fetish, bro.
Really?
You just sexualize it. Yeah.
I just sexualized the fupa?
You did.
Sure did.
Damn,
That's a
I just
fetish.
sexualized the fupa.
Yeah, because like the thing is like, could you date and marry and be with a woman who doesn't have a fupa?
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
You know, one of my girlfriends didn't have a fupa. She was flat as hell in the stomach.
Like, is this for real, or are you just like fucking around?
No, he like fupas for real. That's like one. We will literally have a conversation. He'll be like, "Man, she got that fupa, bro." I'll be like,
yeah,
I'm like, man,
she tucked that stomach in her jeans. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get that.
Let me say this. I say me and you so stupid.
This nigga a fupa hunter.
You so stupid.
I'm the fupa finder. What the fuck you mean, nigga?
I would say that me and Jay, we don't like the same type of girls, but we both date single moms.
Yeah.
And I don't mind about. I don't care about the stretch marks either, the cellulite either. But he is really a fupa warrior, and
Well, the reason why is because
I'm not a fupa warrior.
So
I don't mind it, but I'm not the fupa. I won't go out of my way to go get the fupa.
Let me explain myself though. Most of the single moms I date though is because like they have like stretch marks or they got the fupa. So I'm like, okay, bet like.
But you literally like to rub on it though.
After a certain, but listen, let me land. After a certain amount of times of dating single moms or pulling up on a late night creep because their kid is sleeping in the other room, you gotta like, and they're like, oh, can we have sex in the dark? Like, nah, baby girl, turn the lights on. Let's put the night light on. Let me see you naked, girl. And they're like, no, I'm embarrassed. Like my stomach, it hasn't looked the same since I gave birth. And I'm like, girl, that kid is like 6 years old. The fuck you mean since you gave birth? The fuck you mean? And it's like you got your gym preference. They don't go to the gym because they busy, being a single parent because baby daddy probably ain't shit. So I'm like, you know what? At least I can do is rub on the fupa while we cuddling for a little after I break your back.
You know what? I've tried to rub on a girl's stomach before, and she was not fucking with that shit at all. And that, you know what I'm saying? Like she was not fucking, and I was really like feeling her too.
Yeah.
But she wasn't fucking with that shit. So I don't do it no more because I feel like a lot of. But you really just get a kick out of it.
Yeah. The reason
you've had good experience with it, I have not.
Well, the reason why it's a fetish for me is because it turns me on when my partner is as comfortable as possible. So if me rubbing on your fupa and giving you that motivation, like yo, you still sexy even with this little in the front, then I'm gonna do it. It's okay.
Well, I know you're gonna do it because I've seen it. I've seen your Hinge likes. I know what you're gonna do.
Oh, fuck you.
And I'm
dude.
glad that we're not gonna like the same girls on Hinge. Actually, I'm not even gonna like it because I'm retired from Hinge, so it doesn't matter.
Retired Hinge warrior, like I said. Phil, when you were single, what was the dating preference for you, bro?
I was all about attitude. Like you don't have no fucking attitude or entitlement. But I did have some fucked up fetishes though.
Like this tell us what it is. God in the sky.
I bet he likes toe rings.
No, mine is pretty nasty. You really want to know?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I like old ass white women, like gilfs. Cause my first experience was with one. So
The very first?
yeah.
Sir, you're a victim.
Yep.
That's fucked up. I'm so sorry.
That's
bro.
crazy.
I'm laughing at this.
That's so crazy.
That's fucked up.
But you know what though? I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad because I'm gonna be honest. Be real. When you're 12, 13 years old and you go to one of those sites, that's what you see the first when you start off.
Nigga, why you think I was chasing Latin women for so long?
But I'm seeing women like, and I don't want to say their names because I know a whole list of names.
Oh, my women?
No, I'm talking about on the sites.
Oh.
But it make you think different. Like, dang, like, because I will say this: I like older women,
Okay.
and that's because of watching those sites at 12, 13 years old. And I'm like, man, you know, they doing something different. That's why even at this age right now, at 32, I could never date a young girl.
I feel you.
Could never date no young girl. I need someone grown.
Well, you also told me once, like, okay, fun fact. There was a time I was courting a dark skinned, brown skinned Dominican girl. I'm not gonna say her name. Betray, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We spoke about her earlier today.
Yes.
Okay.
We spoke about a couple Dominicans today.
Nigga, don't put me out there like that, damn nigga. What the fuck? Now you potting. You potting for real. Nah, you see how you do me? Yo.
But I didn't say no names.
Nah, it's all right. I see what we're doing. All right, so Phil, this Dominican girl, right? And this is one of Trey's preferences, and he told me this shit straight up, and I thought about it one time with her, and I had to put her onto a bunch of shit. She's a dark-skinned Dominican girl, brown-skinned Dominican girl. She could pass for a black girl.
Love it.
Right?
Love it.
But we went to like this R&B only concert. Shout out to people at Colors, right?
Colors, yeah.
Colors. Shout out to people at Colors. We went to R&B only with her, right, Phil?
Okay.
And she did not know any of the
That
songs.
pissed me off.
And I could see the look on Trey's face. That nigga was tight.
That pissed me off.
That nigga was fuming. That nigga was like, he wanted to be like, bitch, you don't know no Frankie Beverly?
My issue is
You don't know no Luther Vandross, bitch?
My issue is most Dominican women that I date, and you know, because I consider them black.
Yeah.
So most of the Dominican women that I date are more Americanized.
Right.
So they still bachata, they still do all that stuff.
Yeah.
But they're very involved and understand black culture in America. They still listen to R&B and hip hop.
I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna clip this up and I'm gonna post it on Instagram so she can see it.
That's cool.
I'm gonna make sure she see this.
That's
part.
cool. That's fine.
Yeah.
But most of them know. Wait. Pause. I'm gonna finish my statement. And I'm gonna switch it up back to you.
Okay.
Most of them, I can take it to that same R&B only, and we'll vibe.
Right.
But I'm not gonna let that slide.
Yeah.
Because you remember that night we were at that party.
Oh,
And she was
yes.
rocking to all them same songs.
Yeah, she was
So
rocking
she
to
was
all the same
fraud.
songs.
So she was fraud.
She was fraud. Yeah.
She was fraud.
She was
And
fraud.
so I was pissed off at her at R&B only. And
you
then
was
at the
heated
party,
the next night.
heated because you was faking.
Yeah.
You wasn't throwing no ass for my man at the R&B only. I ain't like that shit. You wasn't throwing no ass. But you at this party throwing ass to the same songs.
This is true.
That's foul.
And she was throwing ass to dancehall. So I'm like, nigga, you don't know no R&B music, but you know some dancehall. Time out. We need to have a conversation.
Yes, bro.
We need to have a conversation about something.
Fraud.
Right here. We need to have a conversation.
Fraud. Fake. Throw her to jail.
Throw the. Yo, Phil. What you think about that?
She didn't ask you about Daddy Yankee?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yo, you know what's crazy? On the way home, I started playing, like, to make her more comfortable, I started playing some bachata. She's like, nah, I don't want to listen to that. I'm like, nigga, but you didn't want to listen to the fucking R&B music inside. What the fuck you want to listen to? I'm not going to drive in silence.
I think if I was ever going to get into the dating pool, I mean, I've been married for 13 years.
That's beautiful.
I think if I would ever get into the dating pool, the person that I date has to be a weirdo like me.
What you mean weirdo?
Like, I'm into this stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is the stuff that I'm into. Like, I'm not a big music head. You know, I'm into podcasts. You know what I'm saying? I'm into audio visual. I'm into tech stuff. I'm into marketing. I'm into creativity. You know what I mean? You got to be a little weird to be a creative. So
That's facts.
I like stuff like that.
I'm with you on that one.
Me too. I mean, I'm an anime lover. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I mean, stuff like that. So, I mean, in my head, I would, and I'm also creative too. So I need at least you to be I would prefer my girl to be at least be a creative.
Yeah, because I don't want to pitch an idea to you at 3 a.m. and then you look at me like I got two heads.
Oh, I feel
That's
the same.
facts.
Oh man, I feel the same
I need
exact
you- I
way.
need
I've
you
been
to
in a relationship where I
vibe with me with that, you know?
yeah, I've been in a relationship where I kind of had a situation like that. And I was just like, yeah, this not gonna be for me long term. I can really feel it.
Yeah.
So I feel you on that.
Yeah. Because I there's someone who can understand your lifestyle. Like you understand that I'm making content and a lot of it is fake. It's not real life. And I'm really doing it for entertainment purposes.
And you need them to separate the real life from the actual show.
Yeah.
That's another thing about this podcast. Like people hear this shit, and you people in the YouTube comments take this shit too seriously. It's literally called serious sarcasm, my nigga.
Oh,
Serious
bro, I had
sarcasm.
I had somebody talk to me about you were talking about the Apple app that you can cheat.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Is this nigga for real?" And I'm like, "Yep." And she's like, "I hate this nigga."
See what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm joking in these podcasts, my nigga, and people take me dead seriously.
Oh no, she was pissed. She's like, "Is he Haitian?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "I fucking knew it." I'm like, "Geez,
Damn,
do
bitch.
you know somebody named Amber?"
Nah.
Amber, what's her last name?
I'm not gonna reveal it on.
Nigga, on air?
Yeah.
No, nigga.
No, I'm not
Wait,
gonna-
is she dark skinned?
no, she white girl.
Oh, fuck her.
Amber, white girl.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
Hold on. Oh, I know an Amber white girl. Is she white and Hispanic or just white?
She just white.
Okay, never mind. Oh, I got scared. I was about to, oh, damn, the bitch found me. But nah, in all seriousness though, like, before we end this shit, and get on to the bro what you want so we can get up out of here. Like, I just think there's a line to toe when it comes to preferences and what's the word? Preferences and fetishes.
Yeah.
But I think now we've blurred that line. Or what's a preference and what's a fetish. And I think that's what's fucking up the dating scene, not just for men, just for women in general as well too.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like, and I bring myself back up. I love a fat ass, but at the same time, I like me a small round booty too.
I
like some big ass titties.
I like some hips. I like
But
some
I like
hips
me
and
some
some
perky.
thighs.
I like me some perky titties too, small perky titties.
You know what kind of titties I like. Look, you started smiling, right? You know what kind of titties daddy likes. Let me get them pancake nips on deck, baby girl.
That's correct.
Let me get them pancake nips on deck, all right? I need the big areolas, all right?
You like the flapjacks?
You know who got flapjacks? Them single moms. That's what they got the flapjacks.
No.
Yes, they do. A lot of them do.
There's
And I love it here.
There's a single mom that I will love for forever.
She don't got flapjacks?
Nah, I'm talking about everything. Everything is everything. I'm talking about the titties sitting up, the ass sitting up. She just look right, man.
That's because she probably had her kid at 15.
Nah, she had a kid. Her kid is like 5, 6, and she's 33.
Oh,
Okay.
But I'm talking about like
She got good genes then.
she's Dominican, black
She
Dominican from New York.
You know what she did? She did the Cardi B shit. Put the faja on as soon as she pushed out that baby, bro.
She didn't do nothing.
Oh, for real? That's
Bro, I'm
dope.
talking about she is golden. I'm talking about if she had said, hey, Trey, come fly to New York. Come fly to New York and wife me up. I'll be like, in a minute.
Jay, I think I got the name of your next podcast.
What?
Flapjacks and Fupas.
F&F.
Fam, I would get canceled by the first episode. I would get canceled when I dropped the cover art.
Nah, I think you might get a whole fan base of
Yeah, because you're
Flapjacks and
praising it.
Fupas?
hell
You're
yeah.
praising it. Yeah,
You praising it.
I do praise that shit.
And
I
you're
love it.
serious. And he's serious.
I'm dead ass. Yo, a fupa and some pancake nipples on a Dominican
He
girl?
will bring
Listen.
this up in a real conversation.
Listen.
Like this is a real talking point for him.
Listen, if you a black girl or a dark skinned, brown skinned Dominican girl, one of those three, if you fall into one of those three categories, preferably a single mom, and you got the flapjack nipples and a fupa, come holla at your boy. DMs are open now, 24 hours, 7 days a week, 2 times on Sunday. Anyways, to end this episode, we're gonna have some fun, y'all. Phil, can we get the little?
I'm like, bro, what you on?
All right, Trey. So this bro, what you want segment, I want you to react to.
All right.
Sorry, I was talking away from the mic, but yeah, this bro, what you want segment, I want you to react to. All right. There was a man, right, that stole a car, right, and he stole the car, drove off with it, and got pulled over. Guess how he got caught when he got pulled over?
How do you get caught?
Guess how he got caught that he stole the car? Just guess. Guess anything.
Guess how he got caught that he stole the car?
Yeah, how did he get caught with the stolen car?
I don't know.
He got caught with the stolen car because the keychain that was in the car still had an AirTag on it.
Oh, damn.
But in all seriousness, Phil, you can put it on the screen now, big dog. So
I think I got the wrong one.
what you mean? I sent you the wrong one?
Well, this one. That's what I got.
Yeah, that's the first part of the story.
Okay.
So a man in Minnesota, St. Paul to be exact, stole a car while a girl was outside the car performing a field sobriety test, right?
Some GTA shit.
Dude was sitting at the bus stop. He saw the car parked, door open. He saw her doing the field sobriety test.
So cops stopped her.
Cops stopped the girl originally for suspicion of drunk driving. She's doing the field sobriety test. A gentleman is sitting at the bus stop, seen her doing the field sobriety test, seen him distracted, jumped in the car, took off.
So what the cops do after they seen that he took off the car? They had to stop the sobriety test.
They had to stop the sobriety test, but they couldn't leave her in the middle of the street. So they had to, call the next unit, call in the license plate, shit cops got to do. So when they finally catch up the dude, the reason they call him is because her AirTag was still on her keychain inside the car. Smart. You want to hear the best? Yo, Phil, Trey, you want to hear the best part? And this is the reason why this is a bro what you on? Not for just the gentleman who stole the car, but also for the cops. You want to hear the best part?
Yeah.
She wasn't even drunk.
Shit.
No, wait, it gets better. But wait, there's more. Guess what? The gentleman who got pulled over, he was high on heroin and also drunk.
Wait.
It gets better, right? The story gets better and better.
Flip.
It's so basically for my audio listeners, listen. A gentleman stole a car when he was sitting at the bus stop while a young lady got pulled over for suspicion of drunk driving. Come to find out, the young lady was not drunk at all, even though she did swerve in and out the lane. She was drunk at all. Come to find out, she was reaching for something in the car, so whatever the story was. I'm guessing she was texting, but she was reaching for something in the car, she said, or some shit. But she didn't get ticketed, right? While she's performing the field sobriety test for the officer, the gentleman sitting at the bus stop jumps into the car, takes off, and the reason he gets caught is because her AirTag is still attached to her keychain inside the car. When he finally gets pulled over, cops realize he's high as hell. Come to find out he's high on heroin. Supposedly, allegedly, I think it was. He was allegedly high on heroin. And also, he was drunk. Allegedly.
That's crazy. That's a whole flip. That's a whole flip on the story for real. Like, she was the one who was getting tested for the test, and he had the confidence to go over there, take the car, dip in it. So he's gonna get not only he's gonna get arrested for grand theft because that's $1,000.
Driving drunk.
For drunk and
driving under the influence
and taking drugs.
Yep. Yo, Phil.
All he had to do was mind his own business. Stay on that.
Yo, question. Phil, Trey, do you guys want to play a game of what color is this person?
Caucasian.
White.
Yeah, both guess white?
He's a Caucasoid.
Caucasoid?
Yes.
What about you,
flower
Phil?
power.
White?
White.
Yeah,
white.
You guys are right. He's white.
Of course.
He's white as hell.
Heroin?
He white as hell.
Because if he was black, the cops would have shot him.
Jesus Christ. He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
That's crazy.
He's not wrong, to be fair.
So what was the woman, black?
Oh, I don't even know, to be honest with you.
They're in St. Paul, Minnesota. They're white.
All I know is that he's still...
St. Paul. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, St. Paul, Minnesota.
It's not Milwaukee.
Yeah, it's definitely probably white, yeah. But anyways, y'all, I'm sorry, I'm still stuck with it. This nigga stole the car because she was getting field sobriety tested. Come to find... Do you guys... For how high and drunk he was, you think he was driving the car for real? Or did he know he was driving the car?
I don't know. He probably thought he was riding a unicorn.
What's that old Eminem D12 song, Green and Purple Hills?
Purple Pills, yeah.
Yep.
D12 is crazy.
But anyway, y'all, man, this has been another great episode of Serious Sarcasm Podcast. I had my boy Trey. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you. You don't say nothing but love. You my nigga for life.
For sure.
Phil, you ain't shit.
Phil is that guy for real.
Nah, Phil ain't shit. He tried me twice this episode. Fuck him. We just potted, y'all. We not dead ass. We just potted.
Fupas and Flapjacks, next show.
F it up.
Fupas and Flapjacks next show, y'all. That might be the title of this episode. Shit. But anyways, y'all, thank you for enjoying the Serious Sarcasm Podcast. Like, comment, and subscribe. Be safe. We'll catch you another time, y'all.